My block, my city, say that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Bloody Eastside, say that shit. My hood, my barrel, know that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Oh, 31 blood, know that shit. Rep your hood, bang that shit. Fuck the police. Fuck that shit. Middle finger up if you knew them bitches. Rules to the shit. And a lot of you OGs forge, you gotta pass too many ass if you ask. Bloody, trust me. If I ball bloody bastard, they pull up.
Rickathon, what's going on, man? Big B's, welcome home. Mel Matrix. I'm gonna give some feedback on it, and I know that's your boy and all that. Yeah, he like more my under me at my age bracket, so just listen to our old man talk. Some kind of like a little mixed feelings behind. You'll come home. You know what I'm saying? Not you coming home, but how you came.
GKB, QQ, Southside, Stab. I represent my hood. Know that shit. My block, my city, say that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? The bloody Eastside, say that shit. My hood, my barrel, know that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Oh, 31 blood, know that shit. Rep your hood, bang that shit. Fuck the police, yeah, say that shit. Wave the AK, yeah, spray that shit. Fuck that shit. Middle finger up if you knew them bitches. Rules to the shit. And a lot of you OGs forge, you gotta pass too many ass if you ask. Bloody, trust me. If I ball bloody bastard, they pull up, shit gets ugly. No fuck, no fuck. The hood GKB, go ahead, say the last. You know I meant to say black. Black is in my hood. Know that shit. My block, my city, say that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'? Shoot, shake, trust. I'm one of a few that red blood on real right time. Like switch demon time, up. You mad. Killing a homie ain't shit. In the precinct. Raise the fear, by gas, shake ass, hit class. Bang harder, fuck these devils out here sinning again. We spinning again. Free stats, next bad team clean up. Books close, games again.
Hey, yo. So I'm looking at Mel Matrix first. Like I said, congratulations. You know, Mel Matrix is one of the formidable known OGs, relics, first generations of this non-Trey gangster thing. And he came home yesterday. It's all over the news. I seen it on IG. And what I seen, it was in Midtown Manhattan. So that's a bus drop. Let's get that. It's not Harlem. It was Midtown. And Mel came home in his, it looked like his jail sweats. Like, nah, give me the sweatsuit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave with that. And a draft bag. I ain't seen a draft bag since I seen the draft bag. And I see Jimmy on the floor waiting for Mel to reach him. Mel drops his draft bag, walks over to Jim, face was stern, emotionless, yet arms parted, they hug for a nice couple of seconds, soaking it all in. If I'm making the females that was getting caught up in the tape with him. So let's back up. You see Jim first, right? You see Jim like running like, oh, gets close to where but Jim got enough juice to build that whole new studio, right? I don't care what he do for me. Hope, imagine, and we don't believe we're gonna be far-fetched how much love is going to be shown on him, right? Yet the feeling of a man leaving the system and how he comes home is important. It's how he can remember not still being a part of the state. Because when you take the bus home, the state gives you a ticket. They give you a bus ticket and they give you some cash. They give you a written notation to go to the front desk to retrieve some cash. Or you have to get on the bus after the van drops you off at the local spot and cash that check to get your cash. And then a bus trip. And come home you all. Now, we all say, yo, we'll run out of jail, walk home naked if they let me go. The way you come home is very memorable. It's just like the day you go to jail. You will never forget that. Coming home is a precedence on how you believe the return feels. All the things you heard of. Some things that you don't want to be a surprise, yet you hope the surprise ain't too far from your imagination. Take a bus home? Never would I believe the male Matrix will come home on a bus. And you can't say he did come home on a bus because he had his jail clothes on. Any man would change in a car. What happens after that moment is probably the welcome home dream that he begged upon. Yet it did start in front of the exit of the facility. And that's where Jim should have put in his schedule to meet Mel. And I'm just kind of curious, like, why you think that happened? Like, why you think Mel came home in his gear? Is that going to be a third interview on A to A? Is he going to interview Mel Murder? Welcome home. Are you going to get the first interview like Fabio gave you coming home? Is Mel going to speak candidly, forthcoming? Is it bitterness or happiness in his tone? I mean, his face didn't look so happy. Yet it looked like, oh, I recognize you. Yet it looked like, yo, nigga, you had me come home on a bus, nigga? That's what it looked like to me. I'm just trying to figure out, like, damn, dude. I can, Nah. No way in hell you would have had me believe that Mel Matrix, out of all people, Mel Matrix coming home and did a bus. That's saying a lot. We're saying nothing at all, man.
GKB, QQ, yeah. Southside, step, I represent my hood. Know that shit. My block, my city, say that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'. Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'. The bloody east side, say that shit. My hood, my barrel, know that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'. Say that shit. You reppin', what you reppin'. Off 31 blood, know that shit. Rep your hood, bang that shit. Fuck the police, yeah, say that shit. Wave the AK, yeah, spray that shit. Ooh, fuck that shit. Middle finger up if you knew them bitches. Roots to the shit. And a lot of you OGs, you gotta pass them in the ass if you ask. Bloody, trust me. If I ball bloody bastard, they pull up, shit gets ugly. No fuck, no fuck. The hood GKB, go ahead, say the last. You know I meant to say, bleh. I represent my hood. Know that shit. My block, my city, say that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'. Say that shit. What you reppin', what you reppin'. G-Check, trust. I'm one of a few that red blood on real right time. Like switch team and time over. You mad. Killing a homie ain't shit. It a precinct. Raise the fear, buy gas, shake ass, hit class. Bang harder, fuck these devils out here sinning again. We spinning again. Free tax, let the bad team clean up. Books close, games begin. Don't you want to others. Fuck you, brother. Fuck your mother, brother, sister, family. Fuck you, ho. Every day, all day. Fuck, ho. The blood, east side, know that shit. The blood, city, say that shit. Bang that shit. What you reppin'? What you reppin'? Say that shit. What you reppin'? What you reppin'? Westside Connection. Salute, salute. UBN. Salute, salute. Yeah.
So is Mel Matrix gonna be the running CFO rather CCO to this podcast, gym, studio, streaming, diner, boxing, IFC location? Is he gonna run that? Is that what you got lined up for Mel? I disagree for two reasons. One, everybody in their mama is gonna come in for the wrong reasons, and hopefully y'all wish right reasons come out. We don't need hot 7 issues, and right now we don't need a lot of strangers in Mel's face. Plus, Mel shouldn't be stationed in New York at all. It's a camera state. He shouldn't come home from a camera jail state city. He's hot. He could be doing the greatest of everything legit. He's hot. He could be home 4 years. He's hot. Put him up in another state where it ain't so much police. Let him have a part. Yeah, he can say so. Let him have ownership, but not run it. You can like he could even just fly out and run it. Yet put him up in a place where there's less cameras, less activities of many people that does try and reach out to him, really know him more than be a groupie. Let's limit, his past chasing him. And you don't have to let him catch up, but let's limit his past chasing him. Let him be able to show people who he want to be in contact with. Not, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my part on it, Jimmy. I don't know what how he come home thing was about. I don't know if you really wanted his presentation on that film to look